PlayStation's future is uncertain. Literally, we don't even know what the next first-party release is after Spider-Man 2. When we combine this with Jim Ryan leaving the company and the new direction he put in place for live service titles, we could see some significant changes at the leading console manufacturer. But with PlayStation seemingly splitting their studios in half between live service and single-player titles, there's only one studio among them that everyone should be following, and that's Insomniac. Now, I don't necessarily think Insomniac makes the best PlayStation first-party games, but they are absolutely the gold standard of what all AAA studios should be. But before we get into that, we need to talk about the problems that the other first-party studios have, both the single-player and live service divisions. Let's start with the live service division. Now, this isn't all that fair as we have yet to see any games from this side of PlayStation, but I'd say the main problem they have is that the games they're making are soul-sucking, mind-numbing, money-draining, low-effort trash with no artistic value? Okay, that's not fair. I want studios to have lots of money because that means better games. I just want that money to come from selling quality titles, which is why $70 games are a good thing, but we'll get back to that later. And if the proles are stupid enough to have their money harvested from their wallets because of their lack of awareness and taste, then I can't really blame live services for stealing from these sheep. The actual main problem with the live service division is that Sony is making too many of them, and they're going to cannibalize each other. They'll be lucky if more than 2 of them are still online after 5 years, but I'm guessing that's what they're planning on, and making your studios play the Hunger Games isn't a great way to run a company. The main problem with Sony's single-player division is that the games are becoming way too expensive, causing development costs to balloon and the gaps between releases to stretch. Now, this is because of the fantastic graphics that Sony first-party titles employ, which is a stupid thing to strive towards because one day all of these games will look terrible, and games like Zelda show that it's not realistic graphics that sell games. So why is Insomniac the future of the industry? They also have games with cutting-edge graphics. Simple. They make shorter games with more of a focus on quality of gameplay due to a tighter scope. I mean, in the last 10 years, Naughty Dog has released 3 games, and Santa Monica has released 2. In that same period, Insomniac has released Sunset Overdrive, Song of the Deep, Ratchet & Clank 2016, Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and Marvel's Spider-Man 2. And let's be honest, we'll probably see Marvel's Wolverine before Naughty Dog, Santa Monica, or Guerrilla are all ready to have another go. By making games that don't spiral out of control with winding narratives and extensive padded open worlds, Insomniac is able to maintain consistent quality, output, and success. Spider-Man 1 is Sony's best-selling exclusive of all time, and that game looks nowhere near as good as Horizon Forbidden West or God of War Ragnarok. What Spider-Man has is a fun core traversal mechanic and a compact open world with an engaging narrative. Now, is it one of Sony's best games? I'd say no, but there are certainly a great many people who do love it. Now, here's the big argument against Insomniac. Why would I pay $70 for a short game? With the alleged leak that Spider-Man 2 takes 30 hours to platinum, many people have taken ire with the game charging $70. Similarly, this was also the case when Rift Apart was released, and I've got to say, thank you Insomniac for making a short game at full price, because I want to tell companies that this is what I want, and the only effective way to do that is to vote with my wallet. And to the naysayers, is length really the only thing that should be reflected in a game's price? What you should be looking for is quality. Live service trash can be played infinitely, so by your logic, these games should cost $1,000. We're going to be in the age of AI-generated games soon, And should we really be paying $70 for something that was all generated in a week? Do you know what AI can't generate? Quality or exciting ideas. We should be rewarding hard work, not someone copying and pasting bland filler. It's like my channel. I keep my videos short because I don't want to waste your or my time explaining basic ideas you already know. One of my sacred writing rules is no context without critique. This helps makes my videos all killer no filler, and I feel fresh and accomplished because I'm constantly finishing videos and getting to move on to the next new idea I have. The AAA industry is going to collapse if we keep making games longer and prettier, so we have to make them shorter, and that's what Insomniac is doing. Insomniac isn't the best studio under Sony's belt, but they are miles ahead of their brethren in terms of the types of games and workload that will help the industry grow organically. And I'm genuinely looking forward to jumping into Spider-Man this weekend and finishing it in this same weekend. And that's something I hope to one day say about a lot more of PlayStation's games.